realized I had to ask the most daring question. Okay? So hey, Sandra, are you racist? The same colleague who I used to help out of the kindness of my heart, of course. Same colleague who I used to defend when the dudes used to say some very, very disturbing things, if you know what I mean. Turns out, jokes on me because she was the instigator the whole time. And she actually took pleasure in seeing me getting yelled at by my boss. That was probably the most traumatic period of my work life because the workplace was so toxic that every weekend I would go home and cry because I knew Monday was coming and I dreaded going back. Like anxiety, panic attacks, nightmares. And mind you, we was just selling food, okay? But every time anything went wrong, and when I tell you anything, I mean putting the wrong color cloth somewhere that it shouldn't be, we'd get yelled at like we committed a crime every single day. At first, she would act concerned. She'd ask, "Oh, you got yelled at again? What happened?" You know, I thought she cared. Then little by little, the mask started to slip. Eventually, she'd say, "Oh, you got yelled at again, but you deserved it." The crazy part is that she would say it so quickly that I wouldn't even catch on in a moment because I was already overstimulated, okay? But when I started looking back at everything, I thought, that bitch. He wasn't comforting me, okay? He was enjoying it. I could see the little smirk on the side of your face, okay? He was enjoying that shit. I was so focused on the bosses that I couldn't see you for who you really were. You little ant. My bosses was the one making racist comments. Not always directed at me, but about my race in general, sexuality, whatever it was, they had a discussion about it. It took me time to even speak about this online because it is a quite sensitive topic and everything happened not too long ago before they retired. Like 7 months ago. So naturally, all my attention was on them. But when they left, you little fish, that's when I finally see what you was doing. One morning at work, we was in a group setting, everybody talking and laughing. She comes, join the conversation, and then she happens to look out the window to see a black boy walking. You know, my navy old dooley business. Toodaloo. And out of nowhere, she started making degrading comments about him. Like, look, another one of them. And then looked at me and said, "No offense, Yanni, you know, because you're black." It was at that moment that I realized I had to ask the most daring question, okay? That no one seems willing to ask. So hey, Sandra, are you racist?